I gave all my oxygen to people that could breathe. I gave away my money and now we don't even speak. I drove miles and miles, but would you do the same for me? Oh, honestly.
This is my brainstorming journal. Spiritual, religious, faith ponderings, existentialism. These two are stream of conscious. This one is manifestation. This is my current favorite because, black papers, come on. I love this journal. Then, digital journal. And bullet journal, which is where I got a little more decorative. So I felt like holding the mic today with my Ron Weasley wand. If you are having trouble journaling, like maybe you want to journal or you keep being told you should journal and you're like, I don't know what to write. Or maybe you do journal on occasion, but it's not a regular practice for you and you get the paper and you're just kind of, you feel like, I don't know, out of sorts trying to write anything. I suggest finding your favorite songs, the ones that really move you, and start there. Look at the lyrics and just start there. This song by Ed Sheeran, Save Myself, came at the time where I absolutely needed. Like it just hit at the perfect time in my life because at that exact moment, I found myself in that song. I had taken care of everyone else, at least 7 other people, for like almost 2 decades. It came down to one particular time where I needed everyone and nobody was there. And I was so floored that everybody had just scattered. Everyone just left to go do them and nobody thought about me. And I was like, that is a lonely feeling. To know that you have people everywhere and nobody's there for you. That feeling can take you down. Thankfully, I'm a Sagittarius and we are eternally optimistic. Doesn't mean we're not realistic, but we can usually find the silver lining. We can usually pick ourselves back up. And I just was like, what I typically do is I go for a drive and let some music play and I just kind of let myself feel whatever I'm going through. And then like I might journal, and if I don't feel like writing, that's when I pick up the phone and I do a digital journal, and I just talk to myself, talk to the camera and get it all out, stream of conscious style, and just get it off me. Because I'm not the person that picks up the phone just like rants to someone. It very, very rarely does that happen for me because I find that most people don't listen very well. Like they, their intentions are good, but they're just not good listeners. They're not good ears. And sometimes you just need them to be an ear. So in that time, I'm driving and that song by Ed Sheeran came on. And if you've never heard it, please check it out. It is a beautiful song. I'm a huge Ed Sheeran fan. But the chorus, he's like, before I save someone else, I've got to save myself. Before I love someone else, I've got to love myself. And I was like, it's simple, but seriously, sometimes you just need that reminder. And so when the song came on, I was like, I'm responsible for my happiness. I'm responsible for me. So that means I have to be able to rely on me. I can't pour from an empty cup until there's nothing left, or past the point where nothing's left, pouring from an empty cup, literally. And then I'm just left in the wind with nothing. And everybody else has gone on full. It's like I need to replenish myself. I have to do the things that light me up. And then I'm a brighter light for everyone else. I have to do the things that make me smile. Then I can smile for you. Then I can be there for you. But in the meantime, I have to do things for me. Not only that, no is a complete sentence. We choose to explain ourselves to people and try and placate them, but that is not our responsibility. And someone who loves you should respect when you just say no. No. But a lot of times when it comes to family and friends, they feel like they can push back, because the boundaries are blurred. And that's why we all know we have to set our boundaries. But they want to push back. They want to transfer their frustration, their anger, their negativity onto you. No, thank you. No, thank you. So now that I've realized that I'm at the time of life where I have to take care of me, I have to save myself, it started shifting things. And it's been a gradual process. It doesn't mean I'm not still there for you. Like, even now, people live with me, not that level, but people live with me, and we're making it work and whatnot. But I do me. Like, I have my sanctum sanctorum. I go out and I do the things that make me happy. Reading is one of them. And I plan to do even more things, which will be on this channel. But I'm like, I have to do what I need to do for me. I have to save myself for my own mental health, my own well-being, so that y'all aren't getting the worst of me. You aren't getting the least of me. And when I choose to share myself, I'm choosing to share a portion of me because I'm still good. The year the world stood still, that year actually ended up being my best year. And I often look back at that year like, wow, I had a great year. Because I was just starting to work from home, and I realized I could take, like most people, I realized I could take that laptop anywhere. And I was like, where am I going? And thankfully I had an aunt that said, you know what? You can come stay with me for 6 months while you figure it out. And she lives on the Jersey Shore. So I went back to my home state, back to Jersey, and I lived on the beach for 6 months. I worked on the beach. I went there every evening. Like, I just had the best time. When I wasn't at the beach, I would take the ferry over to New York and just explore New York. And I lived it up. After that 6 months, I was like, oh, okay, my birthday's coming up. I want to do something big. So my plan was to tour Europe for 6 months and then maybe go from there. But unfortunately, they started closing borders. That didn't stop me, though. I went to Portugal. I was there for 2 months and had a great time. Like, it just felt so good to do that for me. No explanations needed. I didn't have anybody else to answer to or pulling at me. I just went. And so a lot of times now I'll look back at that year and I'm like, that was such a great year. And even the following year was great. So I'm just like, I have to keep that at the forefront to save myself. Do the things that light me up. Do the things that are essentially me. So part of my journaling prompts is, at the top of every month, I want to write 3 for me. 3 things that are non-negotiables for me, whether they're boundaries, whether they're goals and commitments I'm making to myself, but 3 things that I'm going to focus on for the month that are mine. And really keep that at the forefront so that I don't neglect myself anymore. One of them is health, and I'm about to begin that journey and get back into my fitness and eating well and eating for energy. And I want it to be an aesthetic journey. I want it to be a beautiful, loving journey for myself, and I'm excited for it. So I hope this journaling prompt helped you. I hope something I said here helped you. And if you have a 3 for me and you want to share it in the comments. Let the world know what your new things are. These are my 3 things that are at the top of the month. And we'll all be cheering you on. All right.